Hello, I am Miss Ann and welcome to Speedy Science. Each week in this program, we do a fast and fun science activity that you can fit into your busy schedule. This week, we are going to be making rainbow salt art. For this activity, you will need a piece of cardstock or paper, glue in a bottle, watercolor paints, something to write with. I'm going to use a pen, but you can use a pencil or a marker as well. Salt, a paintbrush, and cups. Some of these cups have paint inside them, and one of the other ones has water to help clean off my brush in between. You also might want to have your surface covered because this activity can get messy. I covered mine with a plastic tablecloth, but you can also use newspaper or magazine sheets, whatever is best for you. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and decide what you want the pattern on your paper to be. You can make this as involved and creative as you want. And you want to go ahead and sketch it out with your writing utensil. I think I'm going to do my name and some shapes. And there's the first sketch of my design. I'm going to use this to trace the glue when I trace it down. So next you're going to want to go ahead and lay your paper flat. Then you're going to take your glue, open it up, and trace along the lines you wrote with the glue. Now you want to make sure when you do this that you use even pressure and have it be one continuous line as much as possible. I recommend when you do this step that you use white glue that you can see because it will be easier to make sure you have the whole line covered and that you've covered the entire line. You see how I've covered the A with the glue? That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat that for the rest of my letters and shapes. And there we have it. Now all of my shapes and lines are covered with glue. Now we want to go ahead and cover all of our glue with salt. So we can go ahead and take your salt. You can do this out of the container or you can also put it in a bag and sprinkle it on top. But what you want to make sure you do is that you have all of the glue covered by salt. There's going to be some extra and that's okay. Because the main thing is you want to make sure everything is covered. Everything nice and covered. Then once you think you have it all covered, what you're going to want to do is gently pick up your paper and keep it over your surface and kind of shake it around a bit. That'll help make sure everything is covered, and then go ahead and take the extras and kind of shake them off and tap the paper gently. It's okay, you might want to also turn it around and shake it the other way as well. And now, as you can see, the salt is just on the glue. The other thing you can do is then go ahead, lay your paper down and check. Is there anything that's missing? Are there any parts of glue that maybe around the edges that have moved? If there are, go ahead and take the salt that you just picked up, either with your fingers or a spoon if that's easier, and sprinkle it back on top of those areas and repeat until it's entirely covered. Now we can go ahead and make our art. So for this step, what you're going to do is take your colors and your paintbrush, and you're going to dip your paintbrush in your color paint and gently dab it onto different spaces in the painting. You can do this however you want. If you want to make a line, if you want to dab. What's cool though, and what you'll see, is that when you put the paint down, it's going to move in many different directions. So this is a really fun thing to do to blend colors together. Today, I'm using the colors blue and green, but you can use as many or as few colors as you want. Just remember, if you use a bunch of colors mixed together, you will get brown. So let me show you what this can look like. So to paint it, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take some paint on my paintbrush and gently dab it on. And you see how it spreads like that? You just need a little bit. So go ahead and just dab it on to different places on the salt, wherever you want. And then I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off in the water and then use some of my other color paint and dab that on as well. And you see how when they mix together, they form other shades too? Isn't that cool? So you're just going to go ahead and keep doing that until the entire salt is covered with paint. There you go. And there we have it. Now you see the finished picture. So this is like at the very end. Isn't that cool? Now that we saw what happened today, let's talk about why. When we made our picture, we used glue and salt to take in different colored paints. This works because salt absorbs things around it. So as you put the color into the salt, it'll go ahead and soak up that color. The same thing will happen if you were to take some of the salt, put it down, and add food coloring as well. Then, by doing that, the color spreads and moves throughout the salt as it spreads to get you all these different shades. That's why when you put the two different colors next to each other, they can combine in from other shades of blue and green. So you want to go ahead and leave this in a sunny place to dry. And then once it's all dry, it can look something like this. If you add a lot of paint, you can also get the score ombre effect at the end. And if you add less paint, that'll happen less. So there you have it. Thank you so much for joining us for this week of Speedy Science. Be sure to take pictures of your salt art paintings and email them to us at the Alsop Library Youth Services email address. I can't wait to hear from you. Bye! Hello, I am Miss Ann, and welcome to this week's bonus activity. For today's video, we are going to show you how to use our digital online web source, Hoopla. Hoopla is a really fun platform where you can check out ebooks, movies, and TV shows right from your computer. Here's how you can use Hoopla. First, go to the library's website, alsoplibrary.info. And then click up here where it says Downloads and eBooks in the toolbar. Now, go ahead and click down where it says Hoopla, Movies, eBooks, Audiobooks, Music, and Comics, and click on that link. This will take you to the Hoopla screen. Here you can log in with your email and password. If you don't have an account, just click the Sign Up button,
and go ahead and create an email and password and then confirm your library card number. I already have an account, so I'll go ahead and enter my login information now. Now, once you're on, go ahead and see in the upper bar where it says Kids. Click on that word and you'll enter Kids mode, which means you'll only see movies and videos and activities for kids, which makes it a lot more fun. To search for something specific, click in the top bar and you can either type in something, click one of the trending searches like they have here, or browse. Today's video is about painting, so I'm going to search for painting and see what we have. See, we got books about painting different things, how to paint rocks, a movie called The Painting. It's really cool. If you want, you can also browse by clicking browse at the top of the screen and then selecting a type of item. So let's say I want to browse television shows. I can go ahead and click, and here are a bunch of great different TV shows. I can select different ratings, sort them in different ways, and even change the language. When I see something I want to check out, like let's say I want to watch The Magic School Bus, I just go ahead and click on that item. Then it'll give me more information about it, and if I click down, it'll tell me what I want. So let's say I want to watch this episode. All I do is click borrow title, and then I just hit where it says play. And there we go. Isn't that cool? I can also use this to check out ebooks and comics and movies as well, depending on what I see. And there you have it. I hope you take advantage of this free resource that you get with your library card and that you can find some really cool books and movies from Hoopla. What items do you find? Be sure to email us and let us know. I can't wait to hear from you. Bye! Hello, I am Miss Ann, and welcome to Amazing Books You'll Love to Read. In this part of the video, we'll talk about some amazing books that you can get from the Alsop Merrimack Park Public Library's Youth Services Department. Because today's video was about salt painting, today's books are about painting, salt, and the things we make with salt. All of these books can be checked out from the Alsop Library. To get these books, you can either come into the building, go physically downstairs to the Youth Services Department and take the books off the shelf, or you can place them on hold online or over the phone for curbside pickup or home delivery. If you have any questions, please contact the Youth Services Reference Desk and we will be happy to help you. Our first book today is Tigers and Tea with Cappy by Barbara Curley with Roga Knight Cult. This book is the true story of the granddaughter of Charles Knight, who was the wildlife artist who made all the paintings for the American Museum of Natural History. This book is her memories of her fun times that she would have with her grandfather and how he went about learning how to paint different animals. This is a really cool book for anyone who likes painting and animals because it shows how a real wildlife artist went through creating all the different beautiful paintings of animals. This is a really fun book and I hope you enjoy it. Our next book is Bread by Jenna Mention Rao. This book is about one of the most important things that we make with salt, bread. Bread is great on so many things, from sandwiches like grilled cheese sandwiches to just eating it plain or with butter. This is a really fun book to read because some of the words in the books are pictures. So you kind of get to play as you read the book to decode what the different pictures mean. This is a really fun book and I hope you enjoy it. Our next book is Of Salt and Sugar by Annette Shapp. This story is about a young girl named Lampy, whose father is in charge of lighting the lighthouse in her sea town. But when her invalid father makes a mistake and the lamp does not get lighted one night, tragedy occurs, and as payment, Lampy has to go live in the scary black house, where rumor has it there is an awful monster upstairs. Only Lampy discovers that the monster is not exactly what she expects. And then suddenly, Lampy and the monster have to team up to help save the monster's life. This book is a really cool, really different retelling of The Little Mermaid. So it's really fun. It's kind of like a fairy tale, but a little bit more intense. This is really cool for people who like maybe the live action Disney movies and a little bit of action. This can be a really interesting fantasy story. Our last book today is Cooking Class, Global Feast by Deanna F. Cook. This book talks about one of the most important things we do with salt, cook. And this book features recipes from all around the globe. It talks about breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and dessert recipes. So there's something in here for everyone. It also goes over how to understand basic cooking terms and basic kitchen safety and steps. This is a really fun introductory cookbook with all kinds of unique recipes. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining us for this week of Speedy Science. Remember, these are just a few of the books that we have at the Alsop Merrimack Park Public Library about salt, painting, cooking, and everything in between. If you need help finding these or any other books, you can always reach out to us at the Youth Services Reference Desk, and we'll be happy to assist you. I can't wait to hear from you. Bye!